1 says, have mercy upon me, O God, according to that tender mercy, according to the multitude of your, righteous, tender mercies. That means David was trying to say, I am sinful, please forgive me. Now, whereby two people in marriage, relationship, they found themselves that somehow, like the story he analyzed, one came in through some other means. You don't want to forgive the other person, or this other person is not ready to ask for apologies. Marriage will break. But whereby one of these spouses, they are ready to play the part of Jesus, because Hebrew 12, looking unto Jesus, divorce may not likely take place. But if we are doing our own way, our carnal way, the wife says, this is the way it ought to be done, and I want it this way, whereby it's not the precept of God. And you know what's going to happen? Marriage will be destroyed. That's what I want to do. So if forgiveness will be rendered, it should be rendered on the basis that one is ready to be forgiven.
Okay. Apostle, please,
yes.
Can we come back to the factors that lead to divorce?
Okay. Like I said earlier, one of them is diabolical factors.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm sorry to say this, many ladies today are desperate for husband. There is no prayer house, there is no shrine, there is no deity. As a matter of fact, make I talk. Some of them they go meet pastors. And some of these pastors they meet in the name of prayer. They don't know that the pastors also belong somewhere. So the pastors work out these miracles in quotes from another angle. And then wedding will take place. Marriage will take place. Take this soap bath. Mm-hmm. You will get a husband. Drink this. Get this. And all these things are diabolical. The truth is that as long as it is not of the Lord, the Bible says that which is not of the Lord shall not stand. When you fake marriage, when you force a man to love you without natural means, you are likely going to lose that relationship along the line. Number two is this one I said it earlier, ulterior motive. There are people, I know a guy who got married to a young girl because she's the only daughter of a rich man, and her father is wealthy. So this guy was like, putting his head, pretending to be love is there. And by the time the guy entered into the relationship, they got wed. I was in the wedding. Till today, he has not traveled overseas, which was his mind. The guy was that maybe they're going to travel overseas too. He has not traveled overseas till today. As I'm speaking to you now, this guy is frustrated and has left the relationship. Because if the love is not naturally there, you will have problem.
Yes.
In fact, that is where lead to the forgiveness. The forgiveness we're talking about now is love. Yeah. Bible says love covereth multitude of offense. So if the love is not there, even that apology will not be accepted. Because the man will be like, in fact, I don't even want to in the first place. To be honest with you, if a man loves a woman, he may not even be finding fault.
That's true.
Even the soup that is not good appears to be the best. Because the love just blinds this man and you see him flow naturally. For God so loved the world that he gave. So that's number one and number two. As we proceed, I will give you more.
Someone, please, can you give us more factors that lead to divorce?
Yes, there are many factors, just as Pastor Moses Ogenejo said. But one of the major factors I look at is poor parenting. Most parents don't know that the way they prepare their sons and daughters for the future matter a lot. There's a woman out there that believes that a woman should control a man. When you train your daughters that way, definitely that lady, when she gets married, will want to control a man. And if you meet a man that says, no, it has to be this way, divorce will take place. So parental factor, poor parenting, right at home matters a lot. It's a factor. And there is a home that says it's all about man's word. You prepare your men, your sons the way they should. Just live the life. The women should obey you at all times. No matter what it is, they should be there under you. That man is going to be a bully. that man will look at his wife when he gets married.
A tyrant.
Yes, a tyrant. Yes, that's the right word. I want it this way. Else you go to your father's house. So you see, poor parenting is one of the silent, in fact, the most dangerous silent factor. Yes, I read, passively one of the lines of Mrs. Chinwo's mother, where I can't remember the word, but she just paraphrased and said, "Respect this man. Don't take him for granted. And just because, don't let him hit you." So you can see a mother already preparing, or already prepared a child or the daughter for marriage. Now, when women out there intimidate their husbands at home and your daughters are growing up, you know what they're going to be? Henpecs. They're going to be, hitting their husband. And when you meet her husband that said, "No, sweetie, it's not this way," the lapsing of the marriage is possible. That's one factor. Another factor is this fake societal demand.
I don't understand.
Yeah, societal demand that you must get married by this time, by this, with this person. No, society should not demand or put an expectation on you. You should be the one that wants
Get
to marry.
married at a certain age.
Good.
Certain stage.
Somebody said at this age somebody should get married. It's not true. When you get married, because we know, I think Isaac got married at age 40, and somebody said when you get some people say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. That's not true. Marriage is for two people, not for many people. So you decide what you want. The pressure of the society creates, this fake, scene. And when people want to please the society, you go in there and see what is wrong.
Marriage should not be forced. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Another factor is the voices of our preachers. Voices, what they speak from the altars. Sometimes their judgment are lopsided. Let me give you an example. Some years ago, I was in a church when the pastor said, "You don't force a woman to do anything. Don't give her orders." And I just came out from the church after the service. A lady just hit my head. "Bro Mark, how are you?" And I told her, "Don't do that again." She did it the second time, the third time, and told me the pastor said, "You don't tell the woman what to do." And I slapped the lady. The pastor did not tell you I could react this way. So when you are teaching in the church, be very sensitive the kind of word you give out. There's this normal slogan that we've heard. I don't want to mention the church, but if I say, you should know the church. Marriage is not to be enjoyed, but to be marriage is not to be endured, but to be enjoyed. And I argued this thing some years ago. And the pastor said, "You don't need to, is not."
Sorry, is it from a particular church? It's
Yes,
not from
I
a
heard it,
particular
and
church.
no, I don't want to mention the name
I
of the
know,
pastor.
I know.
No, because
Okay,
the pastor told me, "Do you know is this Papa?" And I told him, "Don't name drop. Anybody can make mistake." Now, when you said marriage is not to be endured, but to be enjoyed, you have set wrong pace for young people whose minds